Kia ora, I'm Nandor Tanczos and I'm the Green Party spokesperson on justice, tertiary education, Treaty of Waitangi, youth, drug policy including alcohol, information technology, urban sustainability and associate forestry. My biggest achievements over the past 3 years have been the passage of clean slate legislation, a promise for an independent prison inspectorate and a written commitment from the Labour government for an inquiry into the rights of victims in the criminal justice system and the support services available for victims of serious crime and their families. The student debt mountain is like a ticking time bomb ready to explode in our face. It has enormous implications for our whole country. We know that it affects people's ability to buy housing. We know that it affects people's study choices and career choices. We know that it affects whether and when they're going to have children. We know that it affects immigration rates. It's an enormous problem not just for students but for all New Zealanders. The Green Party has a three-pronged approach to student debt. First of all, a debt write-off. Every year you stay in the country and work, we would wipe the debt you accumulated in a year of study. Secondly, universal student allowance. All full-time students should be eligible for a living allowance at the level of the unemployment benefit. Thirdly, we need to invest properly in our tertiary education sector so that we can start to cap and reduce student fees and we can start to address staff salaries. The point is, do we want our brightest graduates working here or there? The Greens put student debt on the political agenda. The Labour Party's made a good promise, but we see it as an implementation stage rather than the end goal. You've got to remember, only a Green Labour government will deliver on student debt. We will support them to scrap interest on student debt, but we want them to go further, year for year debt write-off. Activism doesn't end with voting, but it has to start there. At the last election, a quarter of people under 25 weren't even enrolled, and we got the parliament that reflected that. If you want to make political change, if you want to make a difference, you need allies in Parliament. Make sure you're enrolled to vote this election. Over the next 3 years, I aim to pass my cannabis infringement bill, see the establishment of an independent judicial appointments commission, and I want to climb the student debt mountain and knock the bastard off.